And now,
breaking news.
Ahoy, the news.
News
From the Weird Wire.
News from the Weird Wire. Baby, where are the fireworks? We're guessing the residents of Birmingham, England, are feeling like a plastic bag drifting to the wind after once again being fooled by a network fireworks hoax. What? The Guardian reports that the folks gathered in the city's square on New Year's Eve in hopes of seeing a fireworks show that was advertised online. However, instead of being left in spectators simply left in disappointment after it became clear that no colors would be bursting. The online ads, it turns out, were spreading fake news and no fireworks display was ever planned. To take matters worse, people were similarly tricked into believing fireworks were happening in Birmingham the previous New Year's Eve, too.
Pretty gullible over there.
My God. Unfortunately, these false claims often lead to confusion and disappointment, police said in a statement.
Is that illegal? If you put on an ad and pay for an ad that says, hey, we're having fireworks, and you don't have fireworks, is that illegal?
It should be. Well, that's social media. They have zero rules. You can lie. Nothing comes of it. So, can you imagine? Because normally
thousands of people show up and there's nothing there.
Well, it's one thing on the 4th of July, I don't know if they do it on the 4th of July, but...
Well, considering it's our independence from them, probably not.
But that's like at dusk when it gets dark, not at midnight. So, do these people hang out there for most of the evening? They get their spot. You know how people will run a car down to the fireworks viewing area 8 hours before?
Don't be so gullible.
Yeah. I had to call the authorities. Imagine that. Their city hall getting calls. Hey, is there fireworks tonight? An alleged thief kept his hands and pretty much every other body part where people could see them upon robbing BJ's Meat Market in Florida. Look at Florida.
Florida and England are starting the year with a bang.
According to the Lake City Police Department, employees reported that the suspected robber, identified as Kobe Watkins, was nude except for covering his face.
Would make for an awkward police lineup.
Yeah, that's the guy. In their investigation, officers discovered clothing items believed to be connected to the incident, which presumably Watkins took off before nakedly committing the robbery. He's since been arrested.
You know, that's one thing that we don't have to worry about here in Minnesota.
Yeah, well.
Naked thefts in January.
Right. At what point in robbing someone do you like, I got to take my clothes off?
Well, it's harder to distinguish. My uncle was a cop and he was the police artist.
Oh, was he?
A little town in
He was
Wisconsin.
a sketch artist? He was
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So he would practice with baseball cards. We just pick out a baseball card and start describing its features.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
And they work on eyes and noses and ears and mouths because they're, well, not unique,
But that's the
distinguishable.
key. Right.
Not the case if you're naked.
And wearing a mask.
Yeah. You got to draw some other parts that you're not used to drawing.
How about this? Does that look? Can you describe that more?
Can you please not describe that more?
While perhaps mesmerized by the sight of the wheels and the bus going round and round, a great number of people forgot their belongings while riding the bus in England. Oxford Bus Company unveiled its annual list of items that passengers left behind on its buses over the last year. In addition, more commonplace Items such as wallets, keys, and phones. The company also recovered some more unusual things, such as an inflatable dinosaur costume, a box of fortune cookies, a bag of rubber ducks, bonsai tree. Those are cool, actually. Potato with googly eyes and a jar of pickled onions, which I would have just kept.
You don't know where they've been.
That's true. Misplacing personal items can be stressful, so they use technology to help make it easier for people to get their belongings back, says Andy Morrison, head of the digital and customer experience at Oxford Bus Company. So, if you're the owner of the lost inflatable dinosaur costume, you can retrieve it through the company's Not Lost service.
Something tells me you'll be the only one who says, yeah, that's my inflatable dinosaur.
Right. And last but not least, tank heist, live lobster pinched from a restaurant. News 12 Brooklyn reports that a pair of diners at the Red Hook Lobster Pound allegedly snatched a live lobster from the restaurant's tank upon leaving the establishment on Christmas Eve. I got that being the New Year's Eve meal. Or even Christmas, huh? We've never had anybody stick their hands in the lobster tank here and take a live lobster, Director of Operations Cindy Stamaravo said. Of course, being Christmas Eve, it's even more like Grinch, Scrooge-type situation. The alleged lobster thieves have not been identified. They did not have a reservation and paid in cash. This was an operation. This is it is a true heist. Owner Susan Povich hopes the neighborhood might help in pinching the culprits. They give a lot to the community, she said. We host parties, we give food, we give money. And when someone takes from us, it really hurts more people than just us. Until then, the great Christmas Eve lobster heist will remain a legend for all who witnessed it. It's crazy, says patron Michael Elmquist. In my mind, I want to pretend it was the beginning of a Disney movie and they brought it back to the ocean and started a new life or something.
It better have ended up on somebody's plate.
True.
Well, the whole semi-lobster's got
right
stolen by someone. And that truck was headed to Minnesota.
Did our lobster prices go up?
Probably. Semi full of lobsters, $400,000.
Oof. Ouch. I just keep trying to picture these people walking out the front door with a giant lobster in their hand. I mean, if you're going to steal one,
I wouldn't think twice if I saw that.
you wouldn't?
I'd think that looks delicious. And the police got charged would say, what did it look like? I said, well, it was red and it had claws and it was moving.
Ever seen a
They're
lobster?
like, no, the person. I'm like, well, I wasn't looking at the person. I was looking at the lobster going, that'd be delicious.
That with a side of butter.
Or butter with a side of lobster. Yeah.
There you have it. That is news from the Weird Wire.